This meeting is going to be recorded just so that people, who are working can't be here can watch it later on YouTube. We try to record all the mystical town halls just so that you guys can go back and watch them later. If we discuss something, I can go back and watch it later. So that's super convenient. First of all, let me welcome all of you guys to the Mystical Town Hall meeting. Some of you guys I've never seen before, so I want to especially welcome any new breeders that we have. Anybody here a new breeder? Lynx, Rico, Nala. Is it Vila or Wila? I'm sorry. Vam Vampy. All right, good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. So, yeah, welcome to the community. Like I said, this meeting normally takes place on the last Friday of every month at 1 p.m. But just because we had some other things going on, we just pushed it to today. So we will have our next town hall meeting will be the last Friday. So we'll go back to our regular schedule. Um, Give me one second, you guys. So I do just a couple of quick things, guys, in case you didn't know, and especially for our newer breeders. I want to give you guys some links and some things that you definitely want to do. First of all, I want to encourage everybody to like us on Facebook. There is our link to our Facebook. We also have a Discord server. If Discord is your jam, join us there. If you are a photographer, right? So many of us like taking photos in Second Life and editing them up. There's some bloggers. Some of you guys are amazing bloggers. Anyways, we do have a Flickr, so you can add pictures of your mystical creatures there as well. And this is a big one, guys. If you don't do any of the first three, do this one. Head over to our YouTube. There are YouTube tutorials on how to do everything from hatch a dragon to ride your dragon to battle with your dragon. Anything you can do with your dragon, it's on the YouTube. And I'm always trying to add to that. So, periodically you will see me uploading some new videos. If there's something that you guys would like me to do a video on, please let me know. Totally open to anything that you guys would like to see. So those are, and of course, our website. If you are not signed up on our website, you definitely need to do that. Super simple. And here is the link to that. Um, oh, one more link, and I'm going to quit in giving you guys links. Check out our wiki as well. If you got a new trade or you got an old trade and you don't know what it's going to look like, you can find it on our wiki. So let me introduce myself. My name is Avalon Crystal. I am the COO of Mystical Creatures. To my left of me right here, I do have the owner and CEO of Mystical Creatures, Josie Cooperstone or Josie Wright. To the right of me, I have TM and Lex. They are our scripting dynamic duo. So basically, between all of us guys, if we can't answer your question, we're all in big trouble. But so the way this works is I'm going to go over some announcements and things that I need to talk to you about and tell you about, and then I open up the floor for whatever you guys want to talk about. So bear with me as I get through all of these announcements that I have, and then we're just going to open it up for discussion and see what you guys want to talk about. Since the last time we met, the Gotcha Dragons were released, the 2025 Gotcha Edition Dragons. What did you guys think of those? Did we like those, love those, hate those? Didn't buy them, bought too many, love them?
What?
Okay.
I here.
So there were five different gotcha dragons that you could get. There were three common. That was the Firewalker, the Sea Witch, and the Spellweaver. We had one rare, which was the Starfire, and one ultra rare, which was the Cloud Skipper. If you did not get any of those or don't know what some of those look like, those are on the wiki, so you can take a look at those right there. But let's talk about what passes from these dragons. Has anybody seen anything that's passed from these dragons? Indefinitely queen. Indefinitely. What did you guys see? A firewalker eye? A marking in an eye? Nice. Okay, so the gotcha eyes definitely do have the ability to pass. But I did see a marking. If you missed it, I did a whole connection about it. Excuse me. And that was the Firewalker marking. Take a look at that if you haven't already, because it's stunning. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the Fright Night contest. How many of you guys know what the Fright Night contest is and are planning on participating? How many of you guys have no idea what the hell I'm talking about? That's me. I stay on that side of the road. Um, so there is a contest that we're doing. I do periodically run combo or combination contests. So the one that we're running right now is the Fright Night. So the rules are as follows, okay? Your dragon has to be 6 traits. There are only 6 traits is the max trait on the dragons currently. Has to be born between 627 and 1019. Has to be a double element. Now, I've had some people ask me, what the hell is a double element? That means if you have a horn feathers, that you also have an ornament feathers, right? Um, I must be able to determine that you actually bred this dragon, that you didn't just go out and buy it, which is super simple for me to do. Um, and then there's a couple of special cases that I went ahead and told you, hey, if you want to do antlers, pair it with leafage. If you want to do Titan, pair it with stone. If you want to do Imperial, pair it with spikes. Flame Seeker pairs with spikes, and a Zephyr pairs with feathers. I tried to include everything that you guys might be asking about. So what we do is this should be, it has to have 2 traits that are either orange, black, green, red, or purple. That's a pretty open-ended contest, right? That's a whole lot of traits that fall into that category. But it is Fright Night. The theme is Halloween, so you definitely want to make your dragon your own by putting the best combination of traits that you like to make an amazing Halloween dragon. Yes, lionfish pairs with fins. Um, so does anybody have any questions about the Fright Night contest? And for our new breeders, this is really a lot of fun. And normally you get an amazing prize. But what will happen once we get closer to the deadline for the drop date, I will send out instructions on how you guys can submit your entries. I take those entries. If your entry qualifies, I let you know. I give you a place to set up your dragon and then show it off to the community. We have anonymous judges that are not breeders in the community that come and judge and pick their favorite. This just keeps it from being a popularity contest. The judges don't know who you are, you don't know who they are, so it's super, super simple. And I try to make it as fair as possible. But any questions, you guys? What colors are needed? So it says it has to have 2 traits that are orange, black, green, red, or purple. Yep, and there are the rules. And guys, if you have a question, you can approach me via IM. I will definitely answer for you. You can post to the forum. I'll answer you there. Send me a note card. I'll get back to you. Um, it is open to anyone, any dragon breeder. So thank you, Swag, for posting that link. Another thing that I want to talk about is there are new web market tags. How many of you guys are using the web market? So the web market is a new tool that we just got. It is totally free where you can list your dragons and your eggs for sale so that if someone in the community is looking for a lionfish, they can go in there, type in lionfish, and anyone who's got a market tag with lionfish attached, it'll come up. So this is just another way to draw some buyers to you, right? Other than auctions or things like that. So there was an issue with the web market tag. It was poofing on a sim restart. We've corrected this issue and released new tags. These new tags also have a resize option. You guys don't have to replace existing tags, but you do want to make sure that you delete the one in your inventory and grab a new market tag if you haven't done so already. Yeah, we fixed those issues so they won't be poofing anymore. And I appreciate your guys' patience. The web market is something new for us that we're just kind of doing. It's evolving. We're gonna make do things to make it better. And I also want to make sure that everybody understands that if you run into a tag where it says, "Hey, I got this 5 trait cruisy," and you go over there and either A, it's not there, two, it's not for sale, that you guys are reporting those because every morning I look at the reports and I go through and I verify, I check to see maybe does something need to be removed. The big hardest rule is no pricing is on the web market. So don't name your dragon, 2K and then put it up there because that will get your market tag deleted. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, it is absolutely free. Then another thing that I wanted to talk about, in case you guys didn't know this, Mystical Creatures is still a very young breedable. We will be turning 3 this year, I believe. So, and our birthday is right around the corner. We have baked cakes. We have went mining. What should Mystical Creatures do next? What would you like to see for our third birthday? Yeah, we're only 3 years old, so we're just a baby breedable in breedable terms. Especially when I'm a part of other breedables that have been around for 15 years, just saying. Yeah, we're going to have a party for sure. For sure we're going to have a party. 4 years? Are we 4 years old? A birthday marking or you guys will have lots of surprises. Lots of surprises on our birthday. Nobody has any suggestions. Oh, you think there should be a celebration event like the Fire Festival? A mini dragon? We definitely are going to party. Instead of cinders, you get cakes. A mini dragon. All right. I just wanted to put it out there so that you guys are thinking about it. Because like I said, it's really going to be around the corner. If you don't know when our birthday is, it is September 15th. Just so you know. All right. And I had a thought and I was thinking about it. You guys are so creative and we really have a talented pool of breeders. I mean, I know some of you guys are content creators, some of you guys are great photo editors, some of you guys are making your own meshes. There is lots of really talented people. So I thought Vampy, I'll be taking questions right after this. I thought it would be fun if we had a photo contest. You guys want to have a mystical photo contest? Maybe not. Chelsea says no. I'll get you some crayons, Chelsea. You'll be all right. Sounds fun. All right. So I thought, you know what? Since it's the first one that we're doing, let's just leave it open, no theme. All you got to do is take a picture of you and your favorite mystical creature or just your mystical creature, any kind of scene, any kind of theme that you want. Photo editing, totally okay. And all you have to do is upload it to Flickr. What will the prize be? Well, you guys are going to have to enter and find out. Um so I gave you guys the Flickr link earlier. How about I give you guys a whole month to do this? Only one submission per person. Let's do that. And I'll say that I will go through the Flickr and I will pick a winner on the 1st of September. How does that sound? Yeah, we're not going to vote because when I let you guys vote, it kind of turns into this people are TPing other people who aren't even breeders. People are bringing over their vampire clan to vote for them, bringing over the family. And yes, I know you guys have other amazing communities that you're a part of. But when I do things like contests, I really want it just to be breeders. So I try to keep it fair, and I will pick the winner, or I will ask one of the staff members, "Hey, I'll ask everybody on the team, give me your favorite one, and we'll do it through that way." So mystical photo contest running the whole month of August. I think that'll be a lot of fun because there's already amazing photos that people have added to Flickr. Um, and I know you guys will take some amazing more. If you, like I said, photo editing, however you want to do it, whatever your tricks of the trade are, please feel free to do so. If you can't do photo editing, go ahead and take an awesome picture in World because there's lots of things you can do with wind light and things like that, so that you can have an awesome photo as well. All right, so no AI. Yeah, AI. I don't have anything against AI, but our designers are really good at spotting what's AI and what's not. So yeah, no AI. We'll make that a rule. So must upload to Flickr, no AI. Those are pretty simple. Let's talk about breeding challenges. So we currently have 4 breeding challenges, but I think now everything has been found. So let's talk about these. Our first one was Tolray skin with mutation wisteria lacing marking. Who knows what that could give you? Anybody? That could give you a pink flare demon horn pigment. Then this is the one that everybody was looking for, but I finally saw it. Was a Zoomradu skin with a sleet antler, and that can give you a matching pink flare demon ornaments. Then we had this one, I think was already previously found, was a Dayton 2 to a Fruzy. You could get the lacing charcoal marking. And then we had a excuse me, a fourth one. Breed a ruby skin with a charcoal piebald. You could get a red piebald marking. How many of you guys have seen one of those? So all of our breeding challenges have been found. So my question is, are we ready to move on, or do we feel like we need some more time to breed for these? So, and those of you who are new, I do these breeding challenges every so often. It may be every 3 months, it could be every 2 months. It kind of just depends on how the community is feeling about it. It's where I tell you to breed 2 traits to make or find a surprise, which is a trait that the only way to get it is through the breeding challenge. So, this is a great way for you to get your hands on new traits without having to go buy new starter dragons, right? All right, so let's just do this. Put a 1 if you think it's time to change, 2 if you need a little more time. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's only 2 2s because Miss Foxy is double, triple, quad voting here. All right, so it seems to me like maybe we're ready. Maybe we'll give it another week. These the traits are available after the challenge is over, but the only way to get it is from offspring of the trait already. Meaning you can't put, like, right now if we ended it, you couldn't get a red piebald marking by breeding the ruby skin and a charcoal piebald marking. You could only get the red piebald marking from a dragon who had the red piebald marking or has it in its lineage, right? So only through the bloodline, like Psycho was saying. So maybe we'll give it like another 2 weeks, maybe another week. We'll see. I'll do some digging to see. Um, I know that there quite a few of you have the pink flare demon horn. I know the pink flare demon ornament was just recently found, and I think that there's a lot of lacy and charcoal markings. Yes. So only during the challenge period can you make it out of nothing, right? All right. So, with all that being said, I want to know what you guys want to talk about. Who here's got some questions, complaints, problems, praises, just need to vent? We take it all here. So please feel free to mic up and you can ask a question, you can suggestion, whatever you guys have. All right, Hush Puppy. Is it possible to add more filter tags to the mystical website, like horns, ornaments, and markings, along with the current ones like skin, eye, and claws? Yeah, that is something that we're currently working on and kind of playing with. It's kind of a complex situation because we have a big database when you think about all the dragon eggs that are on the grid, right? So we've got to make that searchable easily, and we've got to make it fast, and we've got to make it not time your browser out as well. So that way, if 10 people are searching different dragon traits at one time, that we're not bogging the system down and that it's working. So that is something that we would love to give you guys. You were just curious if dragons will ever be larger or smaller, right? We can include smaller, different size dragons. Guys, I can never say never. Um, that you might see a mini dragon down the road, or you might see a larger, although a larger dragon than what we have now, that would be really large, I think. Um, would you guys like to see a bigger dragon? Okay. I think they're pretty they're pretty big. You guys would like to see a mini. I got it. Your mate calls yours horses. If kids could ride a mini one. Yeah. Okay. All right. Is there any change for an ancient dragon battle royale? I don't know what you mean by that, Fox.
I meant chance. Sorry. I know once upon a time you talked about possibly doing that. So literally all my fighters, they're ancient, and I gotta kind of kept them in one little area,
Yeah.
hoping maybe.
I don't think at this time that that's something that we're looking into, and there is a reason for that. It's not just because I want to be mean. It's because if we don't put a retirement age on battling dragons, uh, everybody's going to reach the max level, and then we're all just going to be max leveled out, and nobody's going to train any more dragons. So now, whether or not we include some ways to make your dragon rank up faster or last a little longer, that is something that we could totally do at any time. So, like I said, I don't ever like to say never, but
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I was just wondering. I know at a previous town hall, um, keeping them ancient, but having like their own um, battle royale, like any of
Just
our
ancient
fight.
dragons versus ancient dragons.
Yes,
Yeah, that's something that we
as
could look
far
into.
as, the fighters, the ones that have some sort of ranking in
Right,
there,
right.
whether they're a level 5 or a level 30, whatever, it just that they fight each other and maybe have like the ultimate ancient dragon winner type thing. I know you talked about it. It's been months ago, but
Yeah.
instead of ascending mine, I've been hanging on to them, hoping maybe that would be coming around.
Right, right. And that is something that I want to talk about too, because I've been really trying to, I would really like to do a battle league. And I would like to have Sims have a team of like two or three people who battle. Like maybe New Morgan has two people from New Colony, Dre has two people from Sirens, um, you know, two people from Nest Egg, and we can kind of like just have an arena of legends is what I was calling it, right? So if you're interested, if you like, yes, breedable temples as well, and double trouble. So if you like battling and if you're into that, please let me know because I need some people who are interested in battling. And we can have trophies, we can have prizes, we can have a championship, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we can do. I mean, we can run like the Festival of Fire. We can have seasons where, hey, the next 3 months is a season. Who's going to be on the top of the leaderboard at the end of the season? They're going to get a great prize. Something like that. Um, yeah. You have a question about dragons themselves. You've hatched a dragon in your inventory. Will it still age? Also, will it gain Aether and get sick in your inventory? Okay, this is a great question. First of all, it's impossible for scripts to run inside your inventory. So while it's inside your inventory, no, it's not aging. No, it's not getting sick. But the moment you res it out, like if I birthed a 2-day old dragon and I picked it up for 30 days, when I go to res the dragon out, it's going to be 2 days old, but it's instantly going to turn 32, right? And it's instantly going to go sick. So it's going to catch up. So, yes and no, kind of that, right? It doesn't actually do it in your inventory, but the moment you res it out, it catches up. You know, when your level 12 got paired with the 20, you died? Yeah. Mud wrestling for dragons? Yeah.
Jesus.
Once it gets to the sim with your nexus, it will catch up. Yeah. It will be stone. Question: have you thought about putting auras on dragons? Um, are you talking about auras from another breedable on dragons? Like the nether realm, like we do with the horse? No. Simple answer. We have other plans for the dragons. Um, I should talk about using the HUD. Okay, can definitely do that. So the moment you res it, it updates to what age it should be, and it will be sick, right? It will know that, hey, I haven't ate in 30 days, so I'm sick. Sure, Psycho.
So when you battle your dragons, the victor has that amazing sit position.
Hmm.
Is it possible to have that as a normal thing for our dragons for like when we turn off their movements, they can sit like that? Because I thought that was absolutely amazing.
I think that's actually probably the same as the sick pose that's already in them, where their wings are up like they're sitting.
No, no, no.
So
They sit down on their hind legs. Have you seen you remember seeing the battles, right? When the
yes,
victor wins, they sit down and they look at, yeah, I did that. That's what they're looking like. Yeah, I did that. I stomped that.
okay, I
That
know what you're talking about
position
now.
is
I thought you were
amazing.
just
And
talking about the wings up.
no, the wings aren't up. They're sitting, they're proper, they're primed. They're like, yeah, that's right. That's mine. I did that. I like that pose very much.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put that on the suggestion list to take back to the team for sure. A photo poser in the menu with animation options. I can take that back to the team as well. How long does it take for a dragon to become a statue after having it in your inventory? 3 days. 3 days with no food, your dragon is stone. And then 3 days with food after it's stone, it will be well. Yeah, like Anna said.
Yeah, basically, when you take it out of your inventory, it knows the last time it was active. It knows the last time it ate, and when it was born, and it uses the current time to basically simulate and catch up to that.
Anybody having any problems with their dragons, newer breeders? Are there any questions that you have? Please do not be shy. Speak up and let me know. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Yes, Foxy.
So I have a baby that I picked up after hatching, re-resed it, and it says I have to put it next to my Nexus crystal, which I literally have it like sitting right next to it, and I can't get that script to change off of that. It just keeps telling me I need to yes, my Nexus is current. Um, do something with my Nexus crystal, and I don't understand what is going on.
So is your dragon fully grown?
No, it's a baby.
Yeah. So how old is it?
It's 3 days old.
That should correct next time it ages up. So anytime something like that you see the res next to a Nexus crystal, I know some people try to click it and click update. You don't need to update it because it's probably the latest version already.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I've been doing. I've been updating everything. Like, what the heck?
yeah, that doesn't do anything for you, so you don't have to do that. You only update when you're changing versions. So if you've rested out with the Nexus crystal, the next time it tries to grow, it should self-fix. You have an
Oh,
egg that tells you to incubate, but when you click it, it says hatch.
oh wow.
So if maybe your egg has gone through the support or you've picked your egg up while it was incubating and put it back down, you could get that message. But if you have the hatch menu, it should hatch normally, swag. Some of your dragons are allergic to water and food. With other tips, please. Zodiac, eye release to making the skins, please. Oh, wait. I read two different things at once. Some of my dragons are allergic to water and food. It seems like the ardor and zeal take ages sometimes. So, something that you have to be aware of, if your dragon's mood is not 75%, you're not gaining nothing, right? So, you need to make sure the mood is 75%. I would take a bet, Rico, that that's what's happened to yours. But I would have to look at them to see. Could we do something with other elements, sieves, please, or zodiac eyes to release skins, please? We have lots of stuff planned, John. We have things down the road that are definitely going to give you guys some more of what you're wanting. Zodiac skins and eyes, the scorpion tail, white leafage. You just have issues knowing what are features to look for or what the value is in a feature. Are you talking about traits? Okay, so a great way to know like new traits is looking on our website, keeping your eye on the connections as new traits come out. Usually they're blogged about. There's also a forum section about, hey, what new trait did you find, that you guys can go on there. So that's one really good way to determine, hey, what is a new trait? If you come across a trait that you've never seen before, putting it in the wiki, pulling up the wiki will tell you exactly where that trait came from. So you'll know if it's new or if it's old as well. Um, so that's just another way to determine if something's new or not. Yeah, Rico, well, I'll tell everybody. So on average, if your dragon is mood is 75% or more, it's going to be gaining 33% ardor or zeal every day. So in 3 days, you should be at 100%. And you guys can test that. You can uh, write down the ardor of your dragon every day. And you have to do it on like the 24-hour period, because when a dragon is sleeping, its mood may drop, and then when it wakes up, it goes back up. So there may be some time there where it doesn't gain, but when it wakes up, like I said, it will catch up. A blue leafage for spring. Yeah. Um you just, yeah, it is a free it's a free price market. So base your prices on what you think it's worth. I can't tell you what it's worth. Um Logie can't tell you what your dragon's worth. Kinsey can't tell you what your dragon's worth. You can it's up to you, right? Our dragon's going to be in the walk in the park. I don't know about a walk in the park, but they are going to be in the walk of the woods. Going to auctions is a great way to learn of things that are selling. Yeah. Just getting out there, guys, meeting other breeders, going to events, things like that. You don't know what walk in the woods is, and I don't know what walk in the park is. So walk in the woods, that's a like a little breedable expo that we've done in previous years, and that is coming up, I think, this month. Middle of the month, somewhere around there. So tell me what walk in the park was. Have a great day, Vampy. Kinsey, are you saying it's the same thing? Okay. It is walk in the woods, right, Josie? I have that wrong. Yeah, walk in the woods. Okay. Anybody else having any issues? Yeah, there is a sign. There you go. What tools are in the HUD? You're talking about like a supply bag? I have a whole YouTube on the HUD and what you can do with it. Do we need to have like a battling class? There is a battling video you can watch on YouTube as well that goes step by step. Thank you for coming, Link. So glad that you've joined us. Oh, those are all on the wiki. You're talking about the items, the buffs. So they are all listed right here. And what each one does. Is that what you're talking about, Swag? I think that's what you're talking about anyways. I would say this, that one issue that I probably see the most through tickets is my dragon is in recovery and I did not get the egg. Guys, depending on where you have your dragon res, depending on what the sim options are, unless open res is checked, your dragon needs to be in the land group so that it can res its egg. Because if it's not in the land group, it won't allow the dragon to res its egg. So now your dragon's in recovery and you don't have an egg. The other thing that I see a lot of too is my parcel's full and I tried to I didn't get my egg. So just kind of, you got to be aware of what group, excuse me, your dragons are set to. There's a super easy shortcut in Firestorm. If you're using Firestorm and you go to preferences and you type in land group, excuse me, there's a checkbox and it says always res objects under the land group if possible. I check that. Otherwise, if you don't have that checked, it's whatever tag that you're wearing at that time. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I go to a shopping event or I go to my favorite store and I'm getting my discount. So I may change my tag, or I may go visit a friend and I need to res at their place. So I change my tag. And you always want to make sure that it's set to the land group if possible. Any other questions, suggestions, complaints, praises? Anna, I saw what you said about the incubators. They incubate fine, but we'll take a look at that for sure. Anyone else? Well, like I said, I do want to tell you, each and every one of you, how much I appreciate you guys coming out to, that's a good TM question. You're using the new incubator too, right? The one with the paw prints, the glowing paw prints on it.
What is a good TM question? Let me look back up. Where is the question?
Yeah, the newer incubator has paw prints on it. The old one doesn't. So, most of you guys, if you've been breeding since, after the update, you have the right incubator. If you don't, it's super simple to grab an incubator before you leave today and replace them. No swag. There is this HUD you have that says that anything traits only pull from dragon and parents and grandparents. That's a tricky situation. So I have a thing here that I always like to show you guys. So let's go over it just real quickly because you never know. All right. So above my head, guys, if you look up, if I have a dad, how many of you guys have seen this before? This is good for new breeders for sure. All right. So here's my dad, right? And my dad is a Zetus with a Zetus eye, Zetus claws, horn fins, Zetus horn pigment, ornament fins, and ornament pigment Zetus. Now here's the mom. She's a Sosurith with a Sosurith eye, skin, claws, horn fins, ornament fins, and HP and OP Sosurith. So these dragons, both the mom and the dad, have hidden traits, right? Now, the thing about dragons is you don't know the hidden traits. You can learn them over time by paying attention and breeding, right? So this dad's hidden traits are all Datentude and Spikes. The mom's hidden traits are all Cinedet and Spikes. So what could this baby be when you breed them together? Anybody know? That's the one thing it can't be, Swag. Foxy, it cannot be a Count or Dunes or Ignata. Can't be any of those things. All right. So into the hat, we're throwing the shown traits and the hidden traits. Okay. So Zetus, Datentude, Sosurith, and Cinedet. Those are the only 4 things that this baby can be. So when the egg drops, those are the only things that that baby can be. It doesn't pull traits out of thin air. It takes the traits from the parents. Now, where did the traits of the parents come from? From their parents. And where did those parents' traits come from? Those parents. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're starter or not starter. When breeding two dragons, you have hidden traits and shown traits. The offspring can only be a mix of the shown traits and the hidden traits of both parents.
Now it is entirely possible you could have a trait that just stays hidden for a very long down line. It just keeps passing as a hidden.
So every baby gets its traits from its parents, who get it from its grandparents, who got it from its great grandparents. So that's what TM is talking about when it can pass a hidden for many generations. Even if it's an LE is a little different because it can't have, like, an LE skin doesn't pass. So it has two hidden skins per dragon, right? So the lionfish didn't pass the lionfish skin. So maybe its hidden was a Zetas, and maybe it's shown would have been or acts as a Datentude. Some hiddens always stay hidden. Yep. So any trait that you get on a baby egg, I can trace back through the lineage and I can tell you exactly where it came from. That's because I cheat and I can see hidden traits where you guys cannot. Nothing just comes up in air unless breeding challenge or a mutation marking, or when we tell you to breed two things together to make something new. Those come in air just because you've met qualifications to get whatever the hidden surprise is. All right. I know that I've taken up a lot of your time. I hope this
Wait,
helps.
Avalon, did you see my question? I'm
I did
sorry.
not. No, I
Okay, so
didn't.
I was asking, why do we get water dragons out of fire dragons? Like I bought 2 starter packs and I got my fire dragons breeding together and they're pushing me water dragon.
Because a starter dragon can pass you any of the non-starter dragons that are hidden in the starters. Plus, it could pass you a starter dragon. So I could take 2 water Gavorant starter dragons. I could breed them together and get a Zoldred. So that means that one of those babies has a hidden of a Zoldred. Now I can take the parents, I can split them apart, breed them to 2 other Gavorants, and maybe this pair has a Zoldred. So I know, okay, I think it's this mom or this dad that has the hidden of the Zoldred. So if you're paying attention, you can really control what you're breeding. That's why I always say if you're not looking at the parents, you have no clue what you're breeding, right? So I know that sometimes when a new trait comes out and we're excited to go get this new trait, but the lineage of the dragon matters. And you guys can use the lineage tool on our website to look back through the generations to see what exactly is in the background of this dragon, right? Any questions about where the traits come from? No, we're good there. I usually have like a 50-50 success rate with with this. Some people it's like, "Oh, wow, everything makes sense now." And other people are like, "I have no clue what you just said." But like I was saying, guys, I really, really, really appreciate you guys coming to our new breeders. Welcome to the family, guys. We're a wild, crazy bunch, but we have a lot of fun. And we're certainly glad that you found your way to us. Guys, if you ever have a question or you need help or you're trying to sign up for the website and it's not working out or anything at all, please, please, please don't hesitate to reach out and we will get you taken care of and get you the help and get your issue resolved. I want to thank Josie, TM, and Lex for joining me today. And I hope that all you guys have a wonderful Friday. Don't forget, get your Fright Night breeding projects going and get your camera out. And let's have some fun with the photo contest. You need some crayons, huh, Chelsea?